bad guy. Aries Claire. Edge. Nick Gaskins. Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. This is your boy Twan Don. And the Carolina Panthers are dysfunctional. Cue the music, man. Hey, look, we got to talk about it. So, look, we'll just go ahead and get the people up in here, man. First, we got Edge. Edge is in the building. What's going on, bro?
My life out of control. I'm dysfunctional. Oh, yeah. Think of the Carolina Panthers.
With some dysfunctional shit. Up next, First Lady of the show, Aries Claire in the building. What up?
Not much. I'm about to not claim this dude in the top right corner of my screen, though. The
Yeah,
fuck,
just let's ride this out, man.
man?
The Carolina Panthers is dysfunctional. Can like I feel like you feel like oh, and can you feel this dysfunction?
Oh, man, I'm so dysfunctional right now. I can't even tell what we're doing right now. But you know what?
Probably all that jumping around you just did, if I'm honest.
I know
This
exactly what we're
is
doing. We are
this
dumping this
is
team for. We're dumping it to 2027.
no, this is absolutely the new theme song for the 704 Charlotte Bound Show when it comes to these Carolina Panthers. Um, this shit gets played every time, bro. This gets played every time. Look, today we're gonna talk about the dysfunction of the Carolina Panthers. If you ain't already seen the title of the show, the Carolina Panthers dysfunction is intolerable. We're gonna talk about all the recent moves that they made. If you thought they were smart or dumb as fuck. Um, what the immediate future looks like for the Carolina Panthers. What's going on with the team? Are there any bright, shining lights coming out of this in any type of way? I promise a crew tonight, man. I'm gonna try my best not to just to yell, but like, bro, like I am so fucking over this team. I am embarrassed to be a fan of this team, which I'm sure you guys are too. It's just bad move after bad move in the front office. The team is all in the hospital. dumbass trades, in my opinion. And just nothing makes sense anymore. Hey, man, look, it's what you call dysfunction, man. We're the most dysfunctional team in sports, the losingest team in sports. Um, and I've been really putting this show off because I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about these guys. People are over this shit. I mean, seriously, people are over this shit. I see all the other podcasters, all the other content creators for the Carolina Panthers piecing together shows, but like nobody really wants to hear this shit. I think people tune in to hear if we feel the same way that they do. But as far as the team, I guess this is just the way we have to deal with this shit. How you feel about what's your general feelings before we get into these subjects, Edge?
My general feeling is this right now. We knew exactly we knew exactly what we were doing when we went ahead and got number 9. We already knew what we were doing. I don't think the front office knew exactly what they were doing. It's crazy how us as the fans sees all the problems that's going on, but you think you figure like, okay, if we can see it, the front office can definitely see it because they're with these guys 22 hours 22 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like literally, like they're with them more than we are, but yet we see the problems and they don't. And and it's not like we're in the front office, man. It's not like we're like the flies on the wall, hearing every bit of the little conversations, the side conversation that they're having right now. We're not. We're just grabbing information that we see, pulling it together, making our own analysis on it. But yeah, every time we make a logical analysis about something, we go right. We go right. They completely left the door on stage left, just the way my dancer was in the beginning, stage left. Like that's literally what they're doing. Like,
I mean, I'm applauding you for even trying to explain this shit because I don't have the gift or the gab to bullshit people no more. Like I can't do it. Claire, you take a chat, you take a try at it. Before I get you to do that though, let me go ahead and address everybody that's up in here today, man. Look, shout out to C3 Rotron 88. It's in the building. Elizabeth Lassiter is in the building as well. She said, "What's good, fam? It's so hard being a Panthers fan. Feel your pain, sister." JP Shepard in the building. He said, "Hit the button on the way in." And let me see, my man Navash is in the building. Of course, Derek Carr is coming back just in time for our game. It don't matter, man. It really doesn't really fucking matter who
it
plays.
don't, man.
It really doesn't. It's the coach could get out there and play quarterback, and they probably still win. I'm telling you. Uh, Shout out to Dom34. He says, smash the like button and subscribe. Please do that, man. Hit that like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll have to deal with this together. Uh, C3 Rotron said, left my ass off, Bobby. Yeah, bro. I had to break that out. Shout out my man Earl Locklear's in the building. What's going on, y'all? What's going on with you, bro? Same shit. We dealing with the same shit you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Navas said, what's going on in here? Elizabeth Lasser says, this is the Panthers front office theme song right now. This is the fans. Everything is dysfunction. Everything. every every fucking thing that's got anything to do with this blue and black. Uh, JP said Edge dancing is dysfunctional too. Tim Estes, I feel you. I feel you, man. Ace could have said no better. I fucking hate this team, bro. I do. I don't know. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, you guys will be able to gather that before this show's over, but I ain't feeling it. I am not feeling it, bro. Go ahead, Claire. Do your best. We got Red Swarm in the building. Shout out to Red Swarm. So what's going on, family? Shit, dysfunction, depression. It's back.
do my best as far as what? What do you want me to
So,
do? Try to.
yeah, before we get into any specific topics, just your overall feeling of what's going on here. And I will be inviting, letting people in after this our quick soliloquy. So stay tuned.
I think there's a lot. I mean, it's very easy to say there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's always been a lot going on with this team. I think the number one thing that is glaring to me, and we can sit there and point fingers at the fan base. We can point fingers at the ownership. We can point fingers at some of the decisions being made in the front office. We can do all that. That's fine. But I think one of the biggest items that I know, Twan, you said you wanted to have a show about it at some point. I don't know when that'll be. Is, and I touched on this, I think, on our last live, was we don't know what our identity is. We don't know what our culture is. You could argue that it's a losing culture. But I think the problem with a lot of this, I think, is it stems from something that's very rudimentary, which to me is, for some odd reason, it seems for the last, we'll just say since Tepper bought the team, we can go that far back if we want to, that we don't, there seems to be this notion, or aura, however you want to look at it, where apparently the belief in the process from the fan base and the culture and the identity and a why from the team, the front office, and everything, for some odd reason, it's almost feels like it's mutually exclusive, meaning they can't coexist. And I don't know why that is. It starts at the top, so we can, like I said, we can always point fingers at Tepper, but I think why I say it's rudimentary is that there are other franchises who, even when they have losing seasons or anything of that nature, there's still a culture and an identity that surrounds it enough to where the fan bases do not turn into this, literally the cesspool of vitriol that we've essentially become as a fan base against each other, against other fan bases who we have absolutely no right to dog anyone, even in the NFC South at this point. We have nothing to back any of our claims as saying, oh, we can't talk shit for what. So to me, I think that's where a lot of this stems from. When you have no direction and when you have no plan and there's chaos and there's dysfunction, hence the title of Twan's show, there's going to be, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, there's going to be discontent. Because there's no order, there's no stability, there's nothing. So when that happens, it falls apart. One of the biggest things for civilizations to thrive is also culture. To dumb it down to just a football team is kind of in the same aspect, but culture is a big thing for civilizations to be able to thrive. And if you don't have culture, and if that starts to break down, then society falls apart, which is kind of why this fan base is falling apart. It's just a lot of bad things going wrong all at once. If it was just one bad thing going wrong, it would be a completely different scenario. But unfortunately, too many things have been allowed to happen that are well beyond the point of no return. Which I know I will hit on more of my points that I want to hit on later when we talk. But that's just kind of how I'm looking at this. Is that for whatever reason, the belief in the fan base and the fans wanting to have something to believe in, and the team needing to have a reason or something to fight for, or whatever you want to call it, for some odd reason has not been able to coexist. It has been mutually exclusive for far too long, which is a problem. It's a big problem. So,
well, I mean, I 100% agree with everything she just said. Um, I guess we'll see y'all next time.
All right.
Nah, man.
Damn.
That was spot on. That was spot on.
I mean,
All right, so let's get in. Let's get into the Deontay Johnson trade first. Um, I'm just like I'm gonna let y'all go first tonight on all of these subjects because if I go first, it's gonna turn into something. Try to tell you. So Claire or Edge, whoever wants to take it first, go for it.
well, the only way I see of
You
the
do not want me to go first.
I get it. The only way I can see with the Deontay Johnson trade is this. I look at it as money. We only paid this man for 1 year, and honestly, with the cap that's going to be coming up for the next year,
Did we get a year
we're
out?
already
Did we get a year out of them?
No.
no, we didn't
Okay,
get a
just
year. We did
hold
no, we
that.
didn't.
Hold that right there. Just keep going. Keep going.
I know we didn't get a year out of him. But here's the thing, though: we only signed him for 1 year,
What
and
about a
the
half
only
a year? What about a
yeah,
half a
we got
No.
year?
You could
we got
Okay.
a
argue
half a
half.
season.
You could
Yeah.
argue half a
We got
season
we
because
got we
eight
got a
games
half
is
a year, half a
roughly
season.
half a season.
Yeah, it's basically half a season. But here's the thing, though: we had him for that long. We only signed him for 1 year. We only signed him for 1 year. And the only good thing and part about it is we don't have to worry about it because he's not going to be on the dead. He's not going to be on the books for next year. His contract was 100% fully guaranteed. There's not going to be any dead money. And plus, when it comes to next year, that cap, the dead money cap, a lot of dead money cap is going to be gone. So we're going to gain a lot of money of it anyways. And the only thing we got shitted out of is that we lost a player and lost a pick, but we moved up.
The Did you say the only thing?
Yeah, that's the
I'm gonna
only
let you keep. I'm gonna
that's
let you keep going. I'm gonna let you keep going.
yeah,
I'm.
yeah.
There's
Oh,
setting it up. He's setting me up. He throwing me alley hoop. Just keep going though.
yeah. That's the only thing we did. One thing that we gained from that is that we don't have to pay him. We don't have to pay him for next year because we only signed him for 1 year. He's not going to be on. He's not going to be on the dead cap at all. The shitty part about the whole damn thing is that we trade him to a team and we give up a pick, but we gain a pick back to move up. But we
Oh,
don't
don't
like
don't
no
don't
no
don't don't do that. Don't
no
do that.
no
Don't do that.
no we lost that trade. We
Yeah,
literally
don't
lost
do
that
that.
trade. 100%
Don't.
lost the trade. We lost the
I'm
player
gonna.
and lost the pick. We lost
I
the
want to
player
throw
and lost
up.
the pick.
I want to throw up every time I see somebody post or somebody
Look,
say or make it seem like we gained something from that shit. Like,
we didn't
don't
gain shit.
don't
If it
do
was,
don't do that, Jeff.
you can't even say a picks. You can't even say a guy named Pick Swap. It wasn't even a
Nah,
pick swap.
nah.
It wasn't. Yeah, we gave up a six, but we got a fifth. Okay, but we still lost a player though. Like I rather just look. I rather just give them a player. The only way I can see us as a win as a win for us is that we gave them Johnson and they give us a fifth round pick and just left it at that.
Let me see. Let me
I,
ask you something,
I would
Edge.
count.
Let me ask you
I
something
would
real
count
quick.
that as a win.
Let me ask you
No.
something. If you paid him for the whole year and his contract was 100% guaranteed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why are you paying him to play somewhere else?
Because it was only one. It was only 1 year. It was only 1 year
Right.
deal.
Why didn't you get your money's worth and then let Baltimore do? I mean, because you already said it's an awful trade. We didn't really come up with that shit at all. So why not get your year out of him? And then at the end of the season, let Baltimore do what they want to do or whatever, because they don't have shit to do with us. Now we're essentially trading this man to play. We're paying this man to play somewhere else.
And potentially win a Super Bowl. And potentially win. We're basically paying this man to potentially win a goddamn Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. Like
Yeah,
that's really what
that's worse.
that's literally what we're doing. That's literally going. If Baltimore Raven wins this Super Bowl, that is going to be the ultimate biggest slap in the face to us. It's going to be a big slap in the face to us.
Not.
Well, for this year, for this year, it would be a slap
I
in the
wouldn't
face.
call
Like
that a slap in the face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't even
I would.
take
This
that
is
far.
dumb shit. Go ahead,
I
Claire.
would
Let me
call it.
hear what Claire.
That's what I would call
I mean, talking about this team is exhausting.
See, I wanted
Um,
black ass Nick on the show tonight. So Pauls, I could get in his ass about what we were talking about in our group chat on the phone.
so
But you know,
right.
I really wanted him to be here so I could just verbally destroy his ass tonight for making that shit seem like, oh, it's no sweat off our back. It was okay, you know. But he ain't here. But I'm still gonna let his ass have
So
it. But go ahead.
for me, uh, we pretty much gave up Deontay Johnson. We'll just say the trade, the compensation, everything in general was the equivalent of us getting in return a piece of chewed up hubba bubba bubble gum that's already lost its flavor and it being handed to us in our hand. That's kind of how this went. But and then this is not me trying to say there's a silver lining. I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist, usually borderline pessimist. The only thing I will say, without knowing behind the scenes, this is all face value, without knowing behind the scenes what went into the decision to do this. All I'm going to say on this matter, Twan, and just keep it real simple. If the guy was performing, acting like, having the air of that he did not want to be here, and if anything was carrying over from Pittsburgh as far as how he was in that locker room, and if any of that was if any of that was transpiring over here, based off of some things that were alluded to on social media and also some of the press conferences, whatever, then you know what? If he didn't want to be here, fuck him. Whatever.
So Nick alluded to that in our chat, something about the locker room, and so I looked it up. And I ain't seen or read one fucking piece of nothing that says that he was a locker room issue. Nothing.
There was the only
there.
thing that I kept hearing was that the last he played that he would give up on routes. There was some other things that were being done production wise that was visible to fans. We'll just put it that way.
Man,
so like I said, if there's any weight to anything that has been alluded to, fuck him. But at the same time, if we're coming from a standpoint of money and cap and just, how do I put this? We're right now it's a buyer's market. I don't know how else to explain it to you, Twan. It's a buyer's market. There's a lot of people that kept saying we could have at least gotten a third. Maybe. I don't know if I could argue that. But at the same time, I don't think it's so much, for me, it's not so much what we could have actually gotten for him or ideally what we wanted for him. To me, it's like if you're only paid the man for 1 year and you got rid of one of our cornerbacks to do so, which right now it's kind of obvious we probably should have kept him at this point due to our defensive woes and injuries that have proceeded to continue to kick us in the fucking butt this season. If you were going to do all that, then you should have just stuck to your guns and kept the guy to begin with. Personally. But then the argument was going to be if the plan was never to re-sign him, then we signed a player for a year to let him walk and then we get nothing for him. So it's like, whatever. There's like so many arguments that I've heard and counter arguments to this that I've heard. And my point is that if it was only for a year, then you should have just wrote out that 1 year and left it and leave it be. Because I think they did it with the intention of we're giving another weapon to Bryce that's going to be able to get open and there's not going to be an excuse. Well, now that we're 1-7, I guess is why the hands that everybody's hands kind of went up in the air and was just like, well, now we're 1-7. It doesn't matter how great he can get, how great of an asset he is. Because we suck. So I mean, I don't know where the mentality went into this, but I've heard so much shit, Twan, to the point where it's just like I can't yell anymore. I can't argue anymore. Um, I would have just if you made the trade to get rid of a defensive player that we could have used and kept more than a Deontay Johnson at this point, hindsight being 2020 for what it is, I would have just kept Deontay, let him ride out the year, and either trade him towards the end of the year or just let him walk. But then you get nothing for him. That's the argument. For argument's sake, that's the argument is that then you get nothing for him. Whatever. So there you go.
So what I'm gonna say is not nice at all, man. It's not nice. Um, yeah. All right. So when it comes to Johnson, we can all agree he was the best receiver on the team for this year,
Mm-hmm.
and the offense can still put up points. You know what I'm saying? So I guess if you want to call it a respectable score at the end of some of these games, the offense can still put up points. And
Yes.
he was a weapon. He was a weapon while he was with us.
Yes.
So like this gonna be one of them shows, one of them I told you shows. And and like as far as people out there, because you remember when I used to say as like people will try to get on you about some shit that comes true for them, but when you tell them what you said about something, then they don't want to discuss that shit.
Of course not. Of
So
course.
I said the Carolina Panthers was a team where players come to get their skills right, or they're in between an injury or some shit, and then somehow they move on from us, whether they don't want to be here no more, or the Carolina Panthers does the dumb thing like, oh yeah, now we're gonna use them as some type of value to do whatever. But we've been doing that 4 different times now already. Since Cam has left, we've tried that 4 different times with players where we were supposed to get something back for these players, and then we was gonna be straight the following year. So number one, how many times, and I'm asking Claire S, did I say the Carolina Panthers is like this rehabilitation team where we take in your hurt, your problems, or something, and your guys come here and they get decent, and then we get them right, and then they leave.
Yeah, man, we that fix them up crew, man.
Number two, our team could have got a 3rd round pick for him, but not the Carolina Panthers. How many times have I said nobody is ever gonna give us what we want for anything? Man, y'all the Carolina Panthers, bro. I ain't giving y'all shit. And then what just happened with Deontay Johnson? That what we gave and what we got back. Dan Morgan, that's Scott Fitterer shit right there. You cannot even, none of them can explain me the upside of that. If anybody's in this chat right now, please explain to me the upside of that damn trade we just did. I'm still paying for a motherfucker to play with the Ravens and was our one of our biggest pieces on offense, and we're still paying him. The Ravens ain't paying him shit. So guess what? Imagine he helps the Ravens to win the Super Bowl, and the Ravens said, and we didn't have to spend a dime for him because he winds up going somewhere else after the Ravens. This is what we do, man. This is what the Carolina Panthers do, man. They scoop and they put a bucket of shit in front of you, and they try to tell us that it's sugar.
I mean, look, don't.
It's
There ain't no only shit to say.
like, man, we're not stupid. It's like
honestly,
some fans are. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Some fans are very fucking dumb, bro. But like, as far as what Claire was saying, as far as like, let's just say it is, and I applaud Claire for saying, from what we know, because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But guess what? They never gonna tell us. They would never make us privy to what happened or if something happened. They would go right up to that damn podium, and one of those reporters would ask them a clear and precise question. And it's like, how many times do I have to keep saying this? We are too bad for our front office to keep keeping secrets. When you guys keep going up to the damn podium and go, yeah, we just rather just keep that in. I mean, fuck you. What are you keeping in house? We're too bad for y'all to be keeping secrets. The word is out. Everybody knows we fucking suck. They know that the front office sucks. They know that right now, as far as our first year head coach, the head coach sucks. They know that the defense sucks. And some people's head Evero sucks. David, we know that Tepper sucks. Dan Morgan ain't looking good right now. But look, I'm giving them grace because it's their first year. But they're already doing some suspect shit. Man, I have had it with this fucking team, bro. This is the worst organization I have ever spent money on or represented in my life. Because the dysfunction in that front office is so bad. And then we'll get into this later because I've been on some spaces with Sheena Quick and some groups of people on Twitter Spaces and did some other things on some podcasts or whatever. Like when I had some free time, and some of the shit I hear coming out of some of these people's mouths, man. I think they join shit just to just talk and run their fucking mouth with no sense of how to fix anything. They just yap 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 yap. Or we could do this and this dreaming on a star ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't get that. I ain't even got into Bryce yet. And how motherfuckers still believe he's the one. And
look, this ain't Disney, bro. This ain't.
It's damn.
This is not Pinocchio where you Geppetto and you can wish upon a star. This ain't it. We don't have that calamity to be wishing upon a motherfucking star. If you want to wish upon a star, go to the goddamn moon and wish upon that shit.
Like, okay, so like look at this comment right here. And look, shout out my man Arbico, and I ain't getting no Arbico, but he said Arbico said trade AR for Bryce. For what?
Look,
that doesn't solve anything.
Arbico,
this is not an answer for what? For a motherfucker that's getting tired in games and telling coach to take him out?
Arbico,
What?
I simply said no. I simply said no and just left it alone. No.
Yeah, I don't want to get on him, man. I don't want to get on him. You know,
I can't. I can't even argue with you on that one, brother.
What would that solve? What would that solve?
Nothing. The only thing it does is it gives us a QB who has the prototypical measurables as far as height and shit. That's it.
Then we can go get Malik Willis then.
That's what we gain. Malik Willis is looking. I don't know what. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. No, I only say that because I don't need anyone saying, "Oh my God, you're trying to make Malik Willis sound better than he is," and it's not that. But I mean, he has done well. But I think it's because he sat. He learned. He went to a system that somewhat works for him. Imagine that.
And he got a competent head coach that knows what the hell he's doing.
They did it for love. That's all I can say.
Yep.
They got Jordan Love right over there.
Yep.
Yep.
What I'm trying to tell y'all for the Bryce people or whatever that's in here or hate watching or whatever. First of all, I don't give a fuck about none of that. But this shit didn't start with Bryce Young, bro.
No,
It
lots of
started
things
with
going on.
it started with David Tepper.
Hmm.
It started with David Tepper. It. I can name all. Look, listen to this. How many? I'm like, okay, okay. I'm gonna go with the coaches. Matt Rule gave him almost three, what 2.5 or something, close to three.
Mhm.
You pay Reich. He didn't get through the year, but you paid him massive money. We had an interim for a little while, which was our special teams coach. And you got Canales now, who, probably still wouldn't be nobody's head coach if it wasn't for us. And then there was this guy named Wilkins that the team begged the owner to keep. So we can put that down as another clear spot of where shit really, really went left. Because they would not rehire Wilkes. It's not they. It was Mr. Potato Head. It was him.
That's
You gave all this money to all these other unqualified motherfuckers, and they didn't give you shit back. But the dude that was showing the most promise, you didn't want to rehire.
Mm.
Somebody's out there going, "Oh, Twan, what are you trying to say?" Blah blah blah. I ain't trying to say shit. If it is what it is, it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he didn't rehire Steve Wilkes because he was black, but shit, it will make you put your damn open your eyes up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's the
Open eyes.
reason. I don't think that's the reason at all. But it just let me see. You got rid of Wilkes. See, what I'm doing is what I'm doing, Claire, now is I'm verbally doodling to myself. So you got rid of Wilkes to bring in Frank Reich, who was fired from his last organization, and a fucking center who's never coached in his life, and Jeff Saturday took his job that they pulled from ESPN, and that was the guy that you wanted instead of Wilkes. And the team begged you to keep Wilkes. And you said, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go get who I want.
Even Sam Darnold wanted Wilkes to stay because he knew
And
that if Wilkes
I was
stayed,
saying,
he had a chance to freaking have a better had a
and
better
what
chance.
if and what if Wilkes instilled that confidence in Sam Darnold that's got him playing the way he is today?
Bruh.
Then this what he
Bruh.
did. Then this what he did. Cause y'all never hardly ever hear about this shit unless you in Dallas. Everybody and their mama, probably a good we'll say about 90% of the people was like, oh man, bro, we about to get CJ Stroud. It's so evident. Go do that. The coaches and all those guys, when they came out with the Hunger Games reports, and everybody reported that, I'm just breaking this shit down for y'all because I ain't forgetting shit. That everybody wanted CJ Stroud, include the head coach, and for
including
what?
including Tepper's wife.
For, yeah, and for whatever reason, he steps in with no football experience at all. Because the only thing I can think of, and y'all got to think deeply about this when I say this. The only thing I can think of is that you brought Reich in because you knew you could punk him and get the quarterback that you wanted. David Tepper has made it very, very clear that he doesn't want a strong-minded head coach here with this organization because his billionaire punk ass can't take being told what to do, even if it makes sense.
If it may, I mean, everybody's heard the term. If it make money, it makes sense, right? I don't think David Tepper heard that term before because he still ain't making no sense.
So I take this back, and I told you I'm on one tonight, bro. Look, I'm telling you, you might want to turn away from Torin tonight. I take David Tepper. I'm gonna tell you exactly who this motherfucker reminds me of. And the other day I said, I got it. This is who he is. David Tepper is football's Donald Trump, and these bisexuals are some blue and black hat wearing MAGA motherfuckers, bro.
What?
I'm gonna say it again. David Tepper is football's Donald Trump because just like Donald Trump, David Tepper don't give a fuck about the people. He don't give a shit about what fans want. It's about him. It's about filling his pockets up because he gonna get money regardless. We already talked about he already made a couple bills since he been here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he going. The bottom line is that he makes money. We all know that shit. And the bisexuals, these bisexuals, they don't wear red hats. They wear these blue and black hats called Panthers hats, bro. Because that's some coach shit. That's some coach shit. If you like Donald Trump, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's some coach shit. That MAGA shit is some coach shit. This bisexual shit is some coach shit. We've referred to that shit, and a lot of people refer to that shit many, many, many times. It's a such thing as football coach, where people just like a player based on something. Like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield still has a following ever since he was at Oklahoma. Y'all do know that, right? Wherever the fuck he goes to play is where they're gonna follow him.
Yep.
Sure does.
So the shit is we already said, like, what's the point of talking about David Tepper because there's nothing you can do with him. So with that being said, watch where I go with this, Claire and Edge. Since Tepper took over, that was my point two. Here's my point three. Since Tepper took over, they said as long as I'll let y'all finish the statement for me when I start this. They said as long as Cam Newton comes back with his physical and is positive, then we are going to do what?
What did he say?
We're gonna keep him.
And then Matt put down on it. They said we're gonna keep him. They said we're gonna keep him.
Yeah.
And one of the dirtiest things he did before this man left, or before he fired him, was he got who was the GM before Federer?
Oh,
on that Hurney.
Yeah, but he got Hurney to call Cam up on the phone, an MVP quarterback, and tell him he wasn't going to be returning with us. This when Tepper first started taking over. Like, this is the dirty shit he was doing when he first got here. And then after he got him to do that dirty shit, then he fired him, and then we all know he brought in Scott Fitterer, who should never be anybody's GM ever again. He shouldn't be the GM of a fucking cereal company.
Yeah, he'll fuck that up too.
Then okay, so the next part, and then you already know who our GM now. You know, everybody's saying the word is out. But look, Morgan is doing some Fitterer type shit though. But we'll see on that. Now, point 4, quarterbacks. So start with Cam. They got rid of Cam, and then who do we bring in? Teddy Bridgewater in the COVID season.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Who didn't really do that bad.
No.
No.
All
But
things considered,
No.
no. The record was bad, but he didn't do bad at all.
yeah, but Panthers fans wanted his ass out of here.
I don't know why.
I
Yeah,
mean, we literally could have took that and literally built off of that. Like
he
we
threw
literally could have
1,000 yards to two different
3.
receivers. Yeah,
3
well,
different.
okay, 3. But they wanted. He wasn't good enough.
Running
He
back.
wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough. Oh, yeah. Then after that, okay, and then they got I ain't even really. I'm trying to put the coaches and the players together to say that. So then he got Matt Rule, who got Teddy Bridgewater, and then he went and got a dude from LSU who was the pass game coordinator and made him the offensive coordinator with us. And that playbook was trash. That playbook was trash. Brady. Then Matt Rule, because he was such a terrible coach, fired Brady as the scapegoat. You feel me? You see how this shit is going on and on like a fucking soap opera, bro? Then he fires this man as a scapegoat to try to make it seem like, oh, only it's him calling these fucked up plays, not me. And then we bring in, you remember Ray used to call him Macadoodle. Macadoodle.
Yeah.
And for what it was worth, Claire, y'all could disagree. I thought, shit, Macadoodle at least ran the ball, bro. He did some good things for what we had.
Yeah.
Then we say, okay, so we're gonna bring in Baker Mayfield, a guy who's coming off a team where he damn near helped destroy their what was going over there, fucking with coaches and shit. So we picked them up at a bad time. You know what I'm saying? But Matt Rule wanted him. When he got him, that shit didn't pan out. See, the shit is so deep and it's so ugly that y'all forgot a guy that was on our team that played a lot. So when he started doing that shit, Claire, you're such a smart female, bro. When Baker Mayfield came out, who do we start riding with most of our games at quarterback?
When Baker got here,
When he wasn't playing good, who do we put in for him?
Sammy D. Wasn't it Sam? If not, it was PJ.
It was PJ fucking Walker.
I was about to say, if not, it was PJ.
Who remembers PJ Walker? I guarantee you motherfuckers in the chat right now like, damn, man, I forgot about PJ.
I remember PJ.
I was about to say, I remember PJ being the quarterback when we gave the Lions a goose egg when Teddy Bridgewater was hurt.
Yeah.
Beat him like 20 or 30 something to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was one game, you know.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you're going to remember him, that would be the one game because, you know, the score.
So my point with that is this. Matt Rule should have never been a coach. Baker Mayfield at the time should have never been a quarterback. PJ should have never been anybody's damn quarterback. The shining light out of all that was Wilkes, and then you go, no, I'm not fucking with him. Then you bring in Reich, who was a charge coach and just got fired, but you could control him anyway. And then you cut his feet off, and you pick the quarterback that's made us look the worst ever. And now with everything that's going on and all the shit that I just sat there and talked to you guys about from top to bottom, now we got this nasty ass funk on us, and nobody wants to coach here. Players don't want to play here. And then we just did some more dumb shit by trading our best player on offense for a bag of fucking open bag of salt and vinegar chips and a half-eaten nail in
it. To them, that's what he was worth. He was
so from the minute Tepper got here, what would you call everything that's transcribed all the way up to now, other than fucking dysfunction?
A piece of shit. It's so damn dumb. I don't know what to say.
And like, you know how we used to laugh about this shit? It's not even funny no more.
Mm-mm.
It's not, man.
It's not.
It's like we're thinking to ourselves, why are we trying if they ain't trying?
That's true. Like we can try all damn day. It ain't gonna do this one bit until we get.
So I'm back on this again when I say this. Stop buying paraphernalia and shit from the Carolina. If you want to spend your, no, I said paraphernalia too. My bad.
Memorabilia.
Oh, memorabilia. Yeah, don't go buy no Panthers weed and we probably need it. We probably need it though. Listen, stop buying memorabilia. Stop buying hoodies. Stop buying shirts. Stop buying hats. Stop
Edge.
giving David Tepper and this organization your fucking money. I got the same hat, so don't feel sorry.
No, I was just saying Edge because he's the one wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, no, he bought that shit. He can wear it. Now, if you bought it, represent it. It's yours.
I know
But
that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm telling y'all, listen, it's got to go back to what it was a year ago. Don't go, look, man. Why are y'all going to these games? Don't purchase no fucking tickets. Look, y'all say y'all want Tepper gone. The only way you can hurt a billionaire is how
You gotta hit him in his pockets.
you gotta hit him in his pockets.
I mean, that's the only way you can do it.
The problem is that he's always going to make money no matter how few people go to games. Because unfortunately, almost every single one of our home games is not even a home game for us. It's a home game for another team.
Hey, no, he gonna make the money initially, but he needs that football crowd, bro. He needs them. Or else the Bank of America is only gonna be for concerts and visiting players and visiting people. And they ain't gonna sell out they ain't gonna come fill up your damn stadium. Oh, he needs the Panthers, bro. You know how I know he needs us? Because this motherfucker sold tickets last year for what? 40 cents?
For 40 cents.
80, it was 80 cents.
80 cents and still couldn't sell them.
And we still did. Look, man, let me bring Petey Quick in here to make sense of all this shit. What up, Petey?
Hey. We dysfunctional.
You on mute, bro.
What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, listen here, bro.
I'm just so goddamn tired of this shit, bro.
I'm not, man. I mean, I honestly knew this was gonna happen, really and truly, because I mean, the right one's on the wall. I'm surprised y'all like
I'm just tired.
Right on the wall. y'all even said it before, like, bro, they gonna leave and they ain't gonna get nothing for it. Y'all been said this. So I mean, really and truly, like, I think they really only took that 5th round pick because he really wanted to go. It's him and Adam Thielen. I think they both want to leave. Like, I mean, and I don't blame him. You know, their career.
Dylan Ben made it known he wanted to go.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I mean, when he went back to Minnesota, when JJ McCarthy got there for training camp wise and everything, that said it all. That said all I need to know. Yeah, he ready to go.
This is the thing I don't get. This is what I keep trying to tell you with the shit with Johnson. And like when I did that Spaces, and me and Sheena Quick and motherfuckers was arguing with us. It was like, it does no good for us to let Deontay Johnson go, bro. It's not going to do anything for us to let this motherfucker go. There's nothing we're going to win from this, and we just had to get our ass beat again to realize that shit. First of all, the offense wasn't the problem. The offense wasn't the problem.
Nope.
Right.
So what are you getting rid of Deontay Johnson for? He ain't the problem. No. And then you're gonna be getting motherfucking Thielen back soon.
just to wear him down even more. So you
ain't no need.
That shit's stupid, bro.
Like, look, I'm glad XL and Coker is doing what they need to do. But bro, look, when Adam Thielen comes back, everybody knows Adam Thielen's gonna be the number one. Everybody knows.
I didn't even get on the Coker shit. You know why? Because the Coker is so good, right? Then why did they cut him?
just to bring him back. I don't fucking know.
They had too much talent. It was too much talent, bro. Like they had too much
Where?
on paper.
Petey,
Okay,
show me the paper.
Out of all the wide receivers, who is better? Which one? Can we name at least two that Coker's better than?
Mingo.
Yeah. Is Mingo better than Coker? Fuck no.
You could argue. Well, I was gonna say you could argue David Moore, but he actually had a decent-ish game.
David Moore ain't better than Coker.
I don't know now. Well, he has that speed, that little speed.
That's what I was saying, Petey. It's hard for me to argue that, but if we're going based off of just what has been done so far this year, Coker's to me better than
So what y'all saying is he better than as far as route running? We'll say that.
We got Nick up. Nick just joined the show, man.
What's up? What's up?
Nick?
What up, bro?
Oh, Jesus.
Man, look, man. Bro, listen. I told y'all I wasn't gonna be mad about the season because I got on people's ass because I was like, look, you stupid if you mad because if you didn't see the shit coming, we was trying to tell you it was coming. Like you need to be looking for progress and not wins. But this ain't got nothing to do with wins right now or progress. This got to do with us continuously doing stupid shit.
Can I tell y'all a secret?
Mm.
I'm going to the game this Sunday. I didn't pay for the ticket. That's the only reason I'm going.
Oh boy, Peter.
That's gonna be a little
I'm gonna
waste
go
of
watch
your
this
3 hours.
annihilation.
It's a waste of your
I didn't pay
hours.
for the ticket. Yeah, I ain't pay for the ticket, so I mean, hey, might as well go watch this annihilation real quick.
Yeah, man, go be stuck in traffic just to watch some bullshit.
Yep. Yeah.
Get some drinks. Get some drinks and enjoy yourself, bro. Get some
I'm
drinks
gonna go talk shit to Bryce. Man, get your little damn sorry ass off this hot damn field, bro. I don't give a fuck. Put Andy Dalton back in. I don't give a fuck about his thumb. Get him back in here. We paid all this money for him. Get him in here.
I mean, shit. I mean, I seen people with worse thumb sprains throw a damn good ball.
If fucking hot what's his name? Davis can go out here and play with a broken hot damn arm, they can come out here and play with a hot damn broken thumb. I don't give a fuck. Get out of here. Get in
But
here.
you can't
now.
throw. You can't. There's a difference between being able to grip a ball.
I don't care, Nick. I want him out there.
Good thing you don't get paid. Good thing you don't get paid to do this.
He still give us a better chance than Bryce. He still give us a better chance than Bryce, bro.
Exactly. With a hurt thumb.
Listen, I think that too. But at the end of the day, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And like me and Claire talked about shit like this in the past. I'm calling bullshit on the whole hand situation with Andy Dalton. Just like I called bullshit on that damn phantom injury that Bryce Young had last year. I think they just trying to figure out an excuse to get Bryce just one last chance to see what this dude had. And I think Canales walked away saying, yeah, man, this dude is never going to give us the best opportunity to win. and after this year, if Canales ain't saying, I'm getting rid of both of these motherfuckers, then he crazy.
Well, he's not getting rid of Bryce. Bryce gonna be on the team next year unless he gets traded.
Bryce is out of here.
Bryce will get traded. They're not going to cut him because the cap situation is way too crazy to just cut him outright.
$12 million is just dumb. We only got $40-something million. And you want to give $12 million away just so
my thing is this: I wouldn't even really want nothing back for him. Just take his money.
No, I'm saying that because there are some things I've seen on Twitter where people are saying if we don't get anything less than like a second, I've seen a second, I've even seen a first for Bryce Young, and I'm like, I'm not trolling. I've seen it, but it's just like, why in God's name? And I think it's because everybody felt like, and I still kind of feel this way too, we gave up the farm to go get this kid, so we were wanting something back in return. The problem is you're going to get what he's valued at, and right now he's not even worth a first or a second or a third or a fourth. Like,
let's put it in perspective.
People say, look, Keep walking into the burning house because I paid for it.
Listen,
I don't give a fuck if this shit is on fire. I don't care if it's on fire. I paid for this shit.
I 100% agree with you, Claire. But people ain't looking at the whole. You've seen it before. Trey Lance. They traded the farm to get Trey Lance.
I'm aware.
When he didn't,
Yeah,
and when he didn't work out, I think what they traded him for.
Yeah.
Would they get like a 6th-round pick for him?
it was. They got a fifth,
got-
I think.
They got a fifth and a 6th round. They got a 5th round pick.
It wasn't
Yeah.
2 picks; it was just 1.
Yeah. So like, come on
And
now,
I
you
think
got
it was even conditional at that point.
They got
know why.
look at it, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
They got to take books.
I mean, I understand a lot of people. Hey, Twan, I got kicked out of a podcast today.
What podcast?
What
did
crazy
you do?
shit did you say?
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
I
So,
hope whatever you
I didn't-
said you were trolling.
No, I did not say anything. I did not say. Listen, somebody put some misinformation out earlier.
What podcast?
You know what
Nick.
podcast? You know what podcast?
I don't know.
He says he
Uh,
doesn't know.
Black
Oh,
Cat.
I know. I know. I didn't have to be
How you get kicked out of it?
I get kicked out because I told him he was wrong. I told Q,
Well-
I told Q he was wrong. And he ain't take too kindly of it.
So you keep right on going supporting that shit. If they keep kicking niggas out, that's on you, man. How'd it make you?
Nah, I ain't going to no more because I literally he said that now
Fuck
we got
that bullshit.
Listen, this is what made no sense to me. So he said that now we got $16 million of dead cap space in 2025 for Deontay Johnson. I asked him how is that possible for a contract that expired that had no guarantee money.
Mm. So that you was right.
I know I was right.
So he got mad at because you was right.
He
That's
told
weird.
me there's some magical.
That's weird shit.
He
That's
told me
weird
there's
shit.
a magical penalty that you get for trading a player in the middle of the season. I was like, why would anybody trade a player then?
Man,
That makes 0 sense.
that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, he was on the 4th year of his rookie contract. The 4th year of his rookie contract. How do you say? Where do you see $16 million at? I just didn't understand it. Hey. And then I'm telling you, I tried to tell him, explain him when he's traded. As soon as he was traded, any guaranteed money that was owed to him, had to pay it to him.
Yeah, Pittsburgh had to pay that shit.
So what did we learn today, though?
There's some people just don't like to be proven wrong.
No. What did we learn today?
We learned that some
Keep taking your ass over there and keep getting there. I mean, they're only gonna slam the door in your face so many times before you get tired of it, right? So
I mean, it doesn't really bother me because
you'll be back over there.
I proved my point. I proved my point. It doesn't bother me. I actually find it comical when you dumb enough to kick somebody out because you're wrong.
Yeah, and that would let me know this ain't where I need to be, bro. When the motherfucker get mad for being right, that don't make sense.
Listen, but you don't see. Me and you look at things totally different. I laugh in people's faces when they're wrong, and then they decide that I'm gonna throw a fit and kick you out. I laugh in people's faces for that.
Yeah, that's some gay shit, man. That's why the fuck I don't fuck with that shit no more, man. That's some gay shit.
But it's comical when you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't
It's
fuck
comical when you're wrong and you can't
him
just
and
say
no more.
it's comical to me when you're wrong and you can't just say, "Oh shit, I ain't know that. My bad."
Oh yeah. Well, pride is a motherfucker, bro.
It is. You're right. Pride is a motherfucker. But it's not something. It's something that I'm not like. All of y'all told me. You told me about Bryce. I was fucking wrong. Okay, I'm good with that. Now Bryce can eat shit.
You can't tell them they're wrong, though.
He said, "Now Bryce can eat shit."
Yeah, Bryce is not worth 2 bloody tampons.
I am not above myself. But it's okay to be wrong. You don't know everything. We are not professional football people who work in the industry. I ain't gonna know. We ain't gonna know everything, and that's all right.
No.
Bryce is not worth 2 bloody tampons, man.
Shit.
Honestly.
No.
Yeah,
You
you're
talk
right.
to some
You're
other
right about. You are
people.
right about that. But with the
It's
unfortunate
like,
situation that we're in is that he either gonna be on the team next year as a backup, or or he's gonna be on somebody else's team.
I
You know
look,
what I realized?
I
You know
know
what
I
I
keep
realized?
saying, good.
I realized that Bryce is that outfit that you bought that you know your fat ass couldn't fit into. And you took the hot damn you took the tag off that motherfucker
And
and
you
threw
can't
away
take
the
it back.
receipt. You can't take it back.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably it.
You damn
You're
right about
right
that, bro.
on, bro.
That's a fucked up reality, bitch.
Yeah, shit. Nah, bro. And you knew that shit said, no refunds.
Right?
And
And you
yo,
still trying to take that shit back.
Listen,
You said I'm gonna go squeeze my tiny ass into this shit, and it didn't fit.
I'm still gonna wear it.
listen. I mean, and yeah, y'all right. That is exactly what that's the. I mean, that's what it is right now, and it ain't nothing we can do about it, man.
Hell nah.
Yeah. I would prefer to. I mean, honestly, I'd prefer them to let freaking plumbers play.
Might as
Yeah.
well.
So man, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be done with it. It's a lot of motherfuckers that got to grow up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, look, I tell people all the time, man. When the shit don't be working out, you know what I'm saying? You at the liberty of other people when you go on their shows, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And like, I understand that I have my own shit, and me and Claire, we have our own shit, and Ed's over here, and you know, and sometimes you just like, I just need to just go back home and where I can just say what I need to say, and boom, 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 because there's a lot of motherfuckers that need to grow up out here, bro. They need to fucking grow. And my thing is, I know how I am, and if my shit reaches to a certain peak, that like if I see you out in public, like I'm gonna confront the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need that shit no more in my life. So you know, I say to myself, I'm trying to be a wiser guy, and I just remove myself from the situation and just keep it moving, man. But
And that,
I got love and respect for a lot of guys that are associated with that. I still love Carolina Logic, MTJ, and all them. And you know, I ain't got nothing but love for popping bullets, man. But yeah, the rest of that shit is stupid, man. You know, motherfuckers can't have a fucking opinion, or you got to worry about getting kicked out, man. That's some gay shit. That ain't grown man shit.
see, and that's the vast difference between me and you, Twine. You like a firecracker, and at this point in my life, I'm the dude who's going to egg you on so you get mad. That's just me. It don't bother me at all. You can kick me out 75,000 times. I don't care. If I was right, I was right.
But who's gonna tell you how dumb you look if you keep returning?
Well, shit, I'm like Jason. I'm coming there. I'm coming back every time with my knife.
Listen,
Every time.
see, hey, you heard him. You heard Petey? I'm coming. I'm going in that motherfucker every fucking time.
Call
And
me herpes.
Well,
I'm coming back.
I don't know about
I'm gonna keep saying what I want to say, and you can kick me out every single time.
but,
Sooner or later, you gonna have to completely block me, or you
but I
gonna
know
just
pretty
admit that
quick.
you was wrong.
But I know pretty quick. Peter ain't gonna let you say with so much shit.
I mean, yeah,
Hell
he gonna
yeah.
cut his ass out, man. But and that's fine. But
Call
I'm
me
not like
Bliss Tech.
listen. I used to be just like y'all. I used to be always. And listen, straight from the cup. You talking crazy? I'm going to go at your head. But at the end of the day, I don't. It doesn't bother me. Why get my blood pressure up? I can get your blood pressure up. I take enjoyment in that.
Well, I just said my approach is I just remove myself from the situation.
Nah, but listen, I'm telling you right now, I literally do not have to remove myself from the situation because I find it comical.
It's not comical to me, man.
It's not
I
comical
don't
to
give a
you,
damn.
Thwan.
Niggas
It's
just need to
comical
grow
to
up.
me.
Niggas need to grow up, bro.
It's comical to me, and I love it. JP saw me get kicked out today.
Motherfuckers are like this podcast shit is some $1 million corporation shit, man. I think I told you we talked about this before. I think podcasts should be changing people, bro.
It probably does, and that's fine. If the fake fame changes you, I'm gonna put you in your place every time I see you.
Yeah, I don't want it like that. I know my
I mean,
attitude.
But you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it, Twan. The only person you can control is yourself, and you can make sure that you don't never get. You can make sure you never get like that, and that's cool. But sometimes there has to be individuals like me that will troll the shit out of the people who haven't learned a lesson that you ain't famous.
Mm-hmm.
We'll tell you what, you can put all the best pictures you want on me. I'm coming back.
That's just
you can freeze me off.
And I take that same approach that Petey do. That shit don't bother me. Me and Petey,
you can freeze me off
every once in a while. That shit don't bother me.
You can alcohol me, freeze me, Clorox me. I'm coming back.
You like roaches.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Brad, here. Welcome back to Gen Sense. Hope that you're doing well. Today,
I look at it. My approach is when somebody tell me they don't want me in their house, then I'm old school. Like then you don't have to worry about me coming back. Fuck you.
And that's cool. And I'm cool with that. And I'm cool with your approach. I am 100% okay with your approach, Twan. But just like Petey just said, you can light me on fire, you can throw some gas on it, I'm still coming back. Don't bother me at all. And I'm gonna laugh in your face while I do it.
Rematch.
And I'm gonna laugh in your face while I do it. And I'm gonna say exactly what I said the last time. So I'm gonna dare you to kick me out again.
All right, man. Let's talk about some football, bro.
So, hey, back to the love, man. Look, shout out to all podcasters, man. We love y'all all.
Shout out to all of them, bro.
All of you.
We all need it, bro.
Yeah, I love all y'all, man.
You just got differences. That's all it is differences.
And it's okay.
I'm just saying that I wouldn't do no. I try not to do nobody dirty, man. I try. See, if I say I care for you or I got love for you or something like that, I try not to do those people dirty. Or if we have a confrontation about something or we disagree on something, then I try not to say nothing personal, especially when people are watching, like being on lives and shit. I'll be like, I got this man's number, so I can call him and we can talk like brothers, or we can hash it out that way. You know what I'm saying? That way, everybody. But when you choose to do that shit in front of a bunch of people, that's a total sign of disrespect from me, man. So
you see, like for example, I love Twan, but when Twan starts talking that stupid shit about Jameis Winston or Ian Thomas, fuck him. I don't know him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
But Petey,
Twan can go to hell.
But with Jameis Winston now, you really can't say too much shit. I mean,
man, James is balling.
James
Until it becomes, hey, don't fall for that shit.
I get it. I get you, but here's the thing. Though, at the same damn time, man. I mean, fuck Ian Thomas too. He can shit a brick his damn stuff. I don't give a fuck about him. I can't.
80 better find his way up off this team next year. I swear to God.
Hey,
y'all hear it come out of my mouth first. Ian Thomas can get the fuck on now.
Oh, now he can get the fuck on. Twan, it took you this long. Now he can get the fuck on.
Man, I'm sorry. I love how he's apparently this great blocking tight end. The most recent game he played, he looked sorry.
Yeah, what I'm saying. If he can't block, then
him and his brick hands can't catch really. He can on the rarest of occasions. His strength is his blocking, and he just looked absolutely sorry. So it's like, what good are you? Just go.
Come on, did I tell you that somebody was about to beat me up because I said Ian Thomas stop throwing the ball to Ian Thomas?
Who's gonna do
Huh?
As a
I told you I was at that game, man. The dude was sitting in front of me, and I was like, "Man, stop throwing the goddamn." He was like, "Let my boy cook. Let my boy."
that? I know you ain't worried about nobody putting their hands on you, bro.
I wasn't. I still said, I was like, "Come on, man, that motherfucker can't catch."
Better learn how to duck, man.
Let me point out some to my homegirl though, bro. I ain't got nothing but love for Kitty, man. And she said it right. She said everybody should love everybody, bro. And she's absolutely correct. You know,
I'm gonna say this.
I don't. I'm gonna just let y'all know.
I'm
Even
just
if
saying. We look. People gotta stop letting these damn podcasts dictate their personal lives, bro. My thing is this: if you was cool with somebody, and then you do a podcast or something where y'all are talking about football, and you catch feeling so bad, and you talking about a sport that you want to go at somebody's neck verbally for talking about football, then that's a problem, man. It's football.
Well, people got a lot of pride in it, man. People got pride. People got money.
I'm gonna say this.
People
I'm gonna
got
say this right
kids,
now.
bro.
Kitty,
So
I don't have a shit list.
I'm
Said,
gonna
don't
say
get
this,
on
man.
AC shit list.
Go in my throat because of some fucking football. Look, man, and I told you the worst thing a nigga could ever tell me is this is my show. That shit irritates the fucking shit out of me, man.
I'm gonna say this though. The name of the show should be called Dysfunctional. The name of the show should be called Who's Next? Because who's next, really and truly, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him his flowers now before he leaves. JC Horn, you've been a hell of a good quarterback.
Oh shit! Hey, they put out the J.C. Horn and Chuba safe.
Your Horn don't.
Horn gonna want to leave, bro. He gonna want to go.
No, I said Horn don't want it. He already put out a statement and said he ain't trying to go nowhere.
Bro, he might as well. We gonna ruin this man career, bro.
Them boys trying to rebuild. Them boys trying to rebuild University of South Carolina back in Charlotte, bro.
Listen,
Well, that's the wrong thing to do. Remember when they had Demir Bird?
Yeah.
Petey, I don't know, man. A lot of people calling for Dan Morgan's neck. I don't necessarily agree, but it is what it is.
Man. This is first year.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm starting to believe it, bro. I'm on that Nick. I'm on
Listen,
that.
the
Dan
only
Morgan
reason
train.
I'm not saying it,
We're doing some Scott Fitter and shit.
listen, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't pay attention to the things that he did do. A lot of people saying, "Oh, we got $61 million worth of dead cap." I'm like, do you realize why we have $61 million worth of dead cap? He took all of the hits for each of those players that he released this year instead of spreading it out.
Nick.
But no. You give him credit for something that our money man did.
Nick, no. Nick, that's like taking a test. You get all the answers wrong, but you get a credit for spelling your name right. No.
Hey, that's what the SAT do. That's what the SAT do. What you talking about?
No.
You definitely get points for writing your name on the SAT.
Nick, come on, man.
Bro.
All people should know this.
You get 400 points for that. You get 400 for that.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm just telling you right now. All I'm telling you is that we got to give this man a chance to actually build his team in his image. He couldn't get rid of everybody.
Nick, you're not even my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. You're not even my real dad.
Are you?
What to do? What I look like? You don't tell me what I gotta do. No.
I mean, you ain't got to do it, but I'm just saying it's in your best interest.
So it says that. So how do y'all feel about the fact that they've already announced that Bryce Young will be starting again in this next game, and it's going to be Jonathan Brooks makes his debut. Now, before you answer, let me just go ahead and say my little quick spiel first, and y'all can have it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say one more time, and Nick know what I'm about to say. More dumb Panthers shit. That man don't need to play this year. Let him sit his ass out and watch. If you're gonna get rid of Deontay Johnson, then why are you trying to put Brooks out there? I'm done.
Listen,
Hold on,
I'm gonna tell you
Brooks,
this. Let me go first.
Yeah, they
I got
say
a
he goes
quick.
start
Essentially.
this
I just
Sunday.
got a quick rebuttal to freaking what Twan says. I get it. We ain't going nowhere this season. But at the end of the day, let that man get his football legs up underneath him again. I'm not saying. I mean, it'd be dumb if you think you're gonna get.
Season.
Listen, you're not about to give him no whole bunch of snaps. You about to just let him come out there, get 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, maybe 5 to 10 snaps a game, and then that's it.
Hey, Claire, can I ask you a quick question, Claire? Last year when Aaron Rodgers hit the field for the Jets, how many snaps did he do before he fucked this shit up?
Really?
Two.
All right, just
It
checking.
was two.
Just checking.
I mean, yeah, you can get it, but come on. Let's be 100% honest. You could go. That man could walk out. That man could walk outside of his apartment. That man could walk outside of his apartment and get shot. Let's be 100% honest.
I was just checking. That's all. I was just checking.
Oh, okay now.
I was just checking. I was
I'm
one or two. That was just checking.
Damn, Nick, you trying to get my boy bust out already? Come on, man.
Listen. I was just giving a extreme. I was giving an extreme analogy, and it was extreme. It ain't like we ain't had it happen. What 2 years in a row? Football player got shot. Is it 2 years in a row or 3? Yeah.
No, it was 2 years in a row.
I think it's probably 4. Anyway,
No, yeah, somebody else got shot too. I don't remember who it
there's
was.
been several.
Other than Brian
Twan.
Robinson, somebody else got shot too.
Man, we ain't talking about no money.
What did they say?
Ricky Pearsall, Brian Robinson. There was 2 people who had an incident where they were innocent bystanders with something and were involved in something.
He talking about extremes thing. I'm talking about what happens on the
I'm
football
just giving an
field.
extreme analogy, but I'm just saying.
But
okay,
let's
sport.
okay. True, but let's bring that down to earth then, because let's bring it back down to earth and not say he could walk out his apartment and then get shot. Because my God, this is not. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize the NFL had a true crimes chapter.
Okay,
So
I'll give a good analogy.
The next 48 hours is shit.
If we're gonna, a lot of. There are plenty of former players and players in this game today that compare being tackled in the NFL to being almost like in a car crash, every single time they're on the field. So let's bring this back down to earth. He could be on the way to the game and get into a car accident. Okay.
Got you.
Look what just happened to Andy Dalton. Okay.
Yep.
So
it happened to Cam Newton too, man. What's up with quarterbacks getting in car accidents?
Yeah, that's true.
And look, I'm about to say some fucked up shit, so be prepared.
Oh shit, here we go.
And why Bryce shit though?
Stop! You are not about to have me. Nope.
No, I ain't with you on that one, man. I ain't with you no ill will on that, young.
You are not about to have me all wrapped up in the voodoo and the hoodoo with that. Nope.
I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving. It was just a joke, man. Jokes. It was jokes.
Oh, it's okay. There are people who actually think that it was Bryce, that it was a bisexual that hit.
Yeah,
dude, they did say they said Bryce got out the other car and ran away.
Which one of you Bryce fans came out here and did that to poor Andy?
Man, they put a hit on him. Hey, shout out to King Rook, man. Let me get some of these people's comments in. He said, why don't Derek Canales roll Bryce out of the pocket like the Steelers do Russell Wilson? Quick answer, he's just gonna throw it away. King Rook, why have him under center if his strength is rolling out of the pocket? Good question. I would never have Bryce under center.
I wouldn't really ever have him roll out of the pocket either.
That's the only way he can throw the ball.
I was about to say he only does that because he can't see.
Arbico said King works because they drafted him, but literally built the team around a different style of quarterback. Which brings me to this real quick. And I kept saying this. I don't know where I was saying this though, but I was just like, I've said it on the show many times. When you go to get a quarterback and you have an established scheme on your team, right? Or let's just say the Carolina Panthers don't even know what the fuck their scheme is. I asked people the other day, Claire, you remember in the last show, I was like, what is Carolina Panthers scheme? And everybody was like, man, I don't really know, bro. But if you're going to run a clear and concise scheme, then don't you think you should go get a quarterback that's going to fit your scheme and not just get who the fucking media tells you to get? Bryce Young does not fit what we try to do over here, bro.
No. And even
So-
with the improved offensive line, he still doesn't. So before anybody jumps in here and starts. Anyway, continue, Twan.
Shout out to Dom34. He said, my Yankees on fire. It's not your Yankees, it's mine, bro.
Oh,
It's
God.
not your Yankees, it's mine. It's not your Yankees.
Twan, let him represent.
If you ain't from New York, it's not your fucking Yankees. I'm done.
Maybe he got some family in New York. Goddamn.
I don't give a shit. It ain't his Yankees. Damn it. He ain't signed no contract with me. I ain't seen no paperwork.
Oh, my Lord.
Shit,
I shout out to Kitty again for saying everybody should love everybody. And you know, man, Kitty, and sometimes anybody who agrees with it, sometimes you gotta walk away to keep the peace, man. So I'll leave it at that, man. I refuse to watch any Panthers game with twinkle toes. Yeah, man. If Bryce starting, I don't want to see it because it's just gonna turn into a bunch of jokes and shit at the halftime. Kitty said, "Damn, Elizabeth just went dark." And Kitty said to Tank Dell and Ricky Pearsall and Captain my man Brad Holt said, "I just want to see Bryce and the ball off the Chuba and or Brooks all game, and then both of them dudes really will be fucked up at the end of the game. Can't run a motherfucker all game, bro. I don't want to see dinks and ducks. Just run the football."
Can't be one dimensional.
Morgan Captain Morris said, "Good question, Twan." Yeah, man. I'm still asking. Whenever anybody figures out what the Carolina Panthers scheme is on offense, let me know, bro. I swear you don't know it, even if you think you do. Dom 34 said, "My Yankees anyway don't matter. It's my Yankees, man. Where you from in New York, Dom? Dom, where you from in New York?" He said his family's in New York. Don't count. unless you had pinstripe Pampers when you was a baby, it don't count. I had the pinstripe Pampers.
Hold on. I want to reverse real quick. I want to rewind. Hey, Twan, where you learned that Brooks was going to start? Brooks. He was going to start.
It's actually on the Panthers page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says he's a full. They say he was a full participant in.
That doesn't mean he's going to start.
He has not been ruled to play yet. But
let me read the title. It says Bryce Young to start for Panthers, and it says Jonathan Brooks may make debut.
Yeah,
I'm not putting it concrete. They said he may. But look, knowing the Panthers, you know they're gonna put him out there.
Yeah, barring a setback, he's probably gonna play.
You know they're gonna put him out there. That makes no sense.
Hey, and what they didn't say is that DJ Wadham is practicing too, full speed. So,
see, I don't want to talk about the Wadham shit no more because that's gonna get me in trouble.
Well, I'm not going to put anything on Wadham because if he goes out there and actually looks fantastic, then guess what? Nothing else needs to be said.
All I'm saying, I'm gonna say this real quick because so if I say how I feel, people are gonna take that shit as disrespect. And I do care when people think somebody, because I don't like to disrespect nobody. But with Warner, man, I would be afraid to play him, bro. I don't want nothing happening to that. All I'm gonna say is this: DeMar Hamlin. I don't want no shit like that happening on my clock as a coach or some shit like that, bro.
But I don't understand why they come together.
I think it's because the blood clotting issues and everything that he had post-op.
Yeah,
I'm just not fucking with
he
that,
was.
man.
I mean,
Because a fan don't care.
If anyone's ever had major surgery, I mean, no, I get that, but if anyone who has ever had major surgery, everyone knows, and Twan, you should know this too, being part of the medical world, blood clots is always a major concern after a major surgery, no matter what kind of surgery it is, so that's always one of the first things. And I think it's because they had to revisit his stitches like 2 or 3 times is why it became such a problem. But I don't think it's anything to put any stock in. I think he'll be fine.
I'm not fucking with it.
And then you know what? I'm gonna say this, Twan. I looked at it objectively, just like you were saying.
That stunt too, bro.
I looked at it objectively, like you was saying. But at the end of the day, I think they were making a choice between getting Chase Young or Wanham, and I think that they didn't like the fact that Chase Young's
had a neck injury.
A neck injury.
Yeah.
Man, Wanham has a heart situation, man. Like
at the time, but Twan, at the time when they signed him, he didn't have that.
Yes, he had a quad. He tore his quad.
That was all that's everything that happened thereafter transpired after he was already signed. Because he even said, at what point did you start having the blood clot? And when they interviewed him, and he said it was during like OTAs. He was already signed well before then. So,
guys, all right. I'll explain it later because we don't got time, man. I'm just
we get what you're saying. We get what you're saying.
You don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, when you're speaking in medical language, what he's going through, I'm telling you, bro. I don't think that shit started on no fucking practice field.
But that was hindsight 2020.
I think it was. I know. I'm saying. I think he was already dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? And look, first of all, I'm going to tell you something right now. Players lie about injuries all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I know when you go from team to team, you got to pass a physical and you got to pass medicals. And then a lot of times your shit has got to come from another team. And how many times have y'all seen situations where a team traded for a player and then they got their medicals later and then it was like, oh, no, man, we can't do this trade because we didn't get your medicals in time and we're not agreeing to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Listen, I'm telling you, based on what I'm looking at on paper with him, that's not an injury that some shit happened just randomly on the field. It's something that nigga did not tell the Panthers or the Panthers didn't tell us. And that's all I'm saying.
Come on. This is what I'm saying.
It's not random.
This is what I'm saying about that. I tweaked something and then it comes back to bite me. But something that can kill you, Nick, something that you could literally drop dead from. I don't think he lied about that. I don't think he would lie or hide it.
Tell them. Some motherfuckers fuck around like that, bro. They do. Some athletes actually fuck around like that.
So a dude gonna lie about.
I'm not trying to compare this to no movie, but it's the only thing I can instantly think about. The only thing I can instantly think about to compare it to is like, I know all of us saw Any Given Sunday, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when they kept telling your boy, man, you need to come out, bro. The doctor said if you take another hit there, you done. This motherfucker kept saying, nah, I got to get the bonus. And then, no, it was your boy. It was your boy. Lawrence Taylor. And then, that motherfucker was near death when they was taking him off the field, right? And then what did he whisper? He was like, I still got my bonus though. Think you about to die, nigga.
So
they were saying that they were telling this motherfucker like he might not ever walk again. He worried about some money.
Oh, come on, man! A full-on embolism on the field.
Bro, you cannot fuck around with people's health, bro. That's just my feel, bro. That's just my
No. I'm not
feeling.
saying that, Twan. But somebody stupid enough to hide something where your doctor probably told you could have a full on embolism and die.
Money, bro. Look,
They say money changes people.
yeah, if I'll be honest with you, if I was Hamlin, if I was his family, I would have never let him go back out there. But he did it on his own. When they came to Tua Tagovailoa,
No, Tua just needs to.
I ain't no way hell I'm like, bro, you need to quit. I can stop him. He going back out there.
Listen,
It ain't worth it, bro. It's not worth it.
listen. I'm gonna tell you something. Coming from
Junior Seau, like you know, Junior Seau mom put that book out after he passed away, and she was just talking about how her and his dad was like, they knew he was dealing with some shit, but no one knew who CTE was, and she was just like, they band kept trying to get him to stop playing football, man.
Yeah.
He claims
You know
he was.
what? I'm gonna tell you something.
That's why it broke her heart in the end, bro.
I believe it.
She said, "Hey Claire, did you hear? Like, I don't know if y'all heard it. Like, bro, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I was in tears when I heard that woman say when the news hit and they was talking to her, and she said, she was in the background. She kept yelling, "Somebody save my son!" You know, but he had already passed away.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, yeah, man, come on, bro. Like this sport, this shit ain't worth it, bro. If I'm down on the field, and that's Hamlin, everybody's gonna clap and do the right thing when he runs out on the field. And that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Then it becomes between you and your God, bro, and how much you believe in your God.
But none of us know what really happened to Damar Hamlin.
But I'm just saying, as a son, I'm done, bro. I'm good. That's just me.
They've already explained. There's been multiple sports medicine and cardiologists who have gone over what happened to Damar Hamlin. And you want to talk about something that kind of was a freak accident that probably would not really ever happen, in that situation. Yeah, there's been explanations about what happened to him. But Tua, that's an exhausting thing to even talk about because I guess he's just going to keep playing. He needs to retire.
That's some shit with his dad in the background.
And I'm sorry, but if it was me, and if I was the Dolphins, and if I cared any at all about this player,
they don't.
If he was going to return, my stipulation would be if you're wanting to play, then you have to wear that fucking Guardian cap. If you're not going to wear it, then you're not going to play.
Mm-hmm.
But they've let him. They're not going to let him play without it, and it's like, what
the NFL denied CTE for 3 years, bro. Them motherfuckers ain't on nobody's side. They just want to make money. The NFL Players Association can easily come in and go, bro, look, you need to lay this shit down for a year or two. If the NFL ain't telling them, look, man, chill, you don't need to play, or we're going to take you out for a year, they ain't doing it. The NFL is not stepping up and saying, nah, bro, this is it for you for the year, bro. Because now when that man run out there, and I know, look, man, y'all got to understand, Tua comes from a family, he's Samoan, and I don't know a whole lot about their culture, but I know one of the things, like that tough man mentality.
That's what will get you killed, unfortunately.
I'm gonna let you know this, Thorne. I know a whole bunch about their culture.
Yeah.
That shit real.
It's speculation that his dad is like, man, you ain't gonna let this punk ass shit slow you down and all this other shit, man. So it's not like he can't quit if he want to.
Dude, they have a never quit mentality. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They got a never quit mentality, and that's 100% true.
Well, here's I mean, that's great. But if family is also one of the biggest things with them, there comes a point where you need to stop asking yourself, would I die for my family? And you need to start asking yourself, am I willing to live for them?
But if you in a culture that believes to die doing something that you love to do or being a man is an honor, then that's where I step away, because I can't tell somebody's coach or like
Yeah,
what the cutoff point is.
yeah.
I can just say I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, and I think that they did put out that the NFL is not going to make the decision for him. The
Yeah,
person who's
they
the
can't.
only person that's going to make the decision for him is if his doctor tells him he cannot play anymore.
Right. Then they can't let him play.
Yeah, so
Then
they said that.
their own people look at him too, though.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that the NFL's doctors can't. It's not the ones that go. It's going to have to be that. It's going to have to be his doctor saying that, because at the end of the day, what'll happen is if the NFL doctor say he can't play no more, he gonna just sue the NFL.
Yeah,
Yep.
for lost wages.
Yeah, so I
Mhm.
mean, I mean, you're damned if you do, you damned if you don't with the NFL.
So,
I actually think,
Well, then
really,
I hate to be this jackass. Then take as many hits as you want and take as many
no.
falls to the ground as you want. Then that's what he's accepted, I suppose. Because it seems like without fail, he's apparently deemed to at least have it happen to him at least once or twice a season.
I mean, well,
All I'm saying is this. I'm saying, look, do I get to keep my guaranteed money? And if Miami says, yeah, you get to keep it because you already signed for it, then I'm done, bro. I can
well,
live off. I'm never gonna be broke a day in my life off the money he just signed for, bro.
Oh
listen,
yeah,
Twan.
you can be
So
broke.
listen, from what I read is the only way he gets to keep all of that money.
You the worst money manager ever. Then
Listen,
if you lose that money, bro.
Twan, this is what I'm saying. What I read is the only way he gets to keep all of that guaranteed money is if his doctor physically tells him he cannot play anymore. If he decides to walk away,
Write
some of
that
that
shit.
money he got to give back.
Hey Doc, I don't feel good. Write it up. Write
Right.
that shit up, bro. I'm done. Look, every time I turn, I'm gonna be yelling like some shit just happened to me. Yeah, write that shit up. Get that
Listen,
paperwork straight, and we done. We out of here.
yeah, but yeah, man, it's a lot, man, and I don't know, man. I mean, I understand, I get what you said about Wanham, but I just can't see somebody. In my mind, I can't
It's
see
on
somebody
him.
stupid
It's
enough
on him. Yeah, it's on
in
him.
this day and age, I can't see somebody stupid enough when they put this shit on TV showing somebody having an embolism and their heart just stopping. Why would you put yourself in a place to lie about that?
I don't know. Motherfuckers do it all the time, bro. When I was at FSU and I first I aggravated that ligament in my right leg. Um, I heard something pop, but and I knew I should have stopped playing and got that shit rehab, but I can't call it nothing but dumb as fuck. You know, it's on me, and it cost
Yeah,
me my career. It cost me my career with football. But I heard something pop, and I tried to play that shit off, and I was on strict. I was on straight juice. And when I say I'm on straight juice, y'all know what that juice is. It's called what?
Mhm.
adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Hopefully, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. We all play football.
So Jones, get back out there. Damn right. Popped the helmet on, got up, got ready to take off running, and my damn knees was in the ground, bro.
I
My
mean,
shit
yeah,
was over. My shit was
but
over.
I 100% understand that, Twan.
And,
But at the end,
and the doctor said, if you would have just sat there and told somebody, we could have rehabbed that shit. And now it didn't turn out it was my MCL and my ACL.
yeah,
Done.
yeah,
Gone.
and that, how long ago was that? That won't
I'm gonna say this,
that
and I'm
won't.
gonna say this. It's cute to wave your hand as you're leaving the field on the cart, but as you're doing that shit, if you in the back of your head, like you don't think you coming back, that shit hurt, bro. That's cute. It's cute to do that little wave, but when you don't think you ever coming back, it's like Jordan Travis, man. When Jordan Travis waved to everybody going off that field, he knew he wasn't coming back, man. He ain't even practiced yet with the Jets. And now he's got to wonder if they're gonna waive him or some shit, bro, because he still ain't right. So what I'm saying is, if you got a chance to salvage some shit, man, I don't understand it, bro. It's just like when dudes be coming out of college too quick for shit. It's like, man, you ain't ready yet. But you ain't got nobody that's gonna tell you you ain't ready yet.
Nah.
Somebody should have told AR that.
Somebody, it's nobody around you that's gonna say, bro, look, you need, like, come on, man, you need another year. That's why I get tired of seeing these kids in college basketball. Like, they throwing their whole career away because they go to college for 1 year and, like, I'm going for the league next year. Man, it's only 2 fucking rounds
But see,
in the
you
NBA, and they
you
really
can't
don't
say
give
that.
a fuck about who get picked in the first one.
But see, the difference is when that money on is being dangling in front of your face, they're gonna take it.
I know that. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the whole power of the shit. Is just like, especially somebody around you that feel like they're gonna get some of it out of you. They ain't never gonna tell you, no, man, you just need to wait another year. My thing is this: if it took you 18, 19 years to get where you are, and you like, I need to feed my family, and your family ain't been eating for 19 years, I think they can wait another year. I think they can wait
Listen,
another
hey,
year.
listen, Quan, it ain't no, it's
Especially
no excuse for that shit now, man.
with this NIL money and shit, bro. I think y'all can wait.
Yeah, ain't no excuse for that shit no more.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's not.
honestly think, I'll be honest with you. I actually think that Anthony Richardson would be in a better place that he stayed for another year.
He wasn't ready. But them motherfuckers, he gonna be the next Cam and come on, man. Cut it out.
This man has had shoulder surgery already.
In high school.
He had surgery in school. I mean, he had surgery in college.
Yeah,
In
I
high
mean,
school.
What people don't realize is that Cam was built different, man. That dude, it took years of that shit building up before he got hurt.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all
That
motherfuckers
was
like,
he got
listen.
hurt for taking so many hits. Cam was
Like,
a machine, bro.
I'm like, dude, y'all like, they like, oh, he the same size as Cam. I was like, Cam wasn't built like that. His first, I mean, yeah, Cam was he worked out and stuff like that, but you over here just straight up all muscle, dude. So motherfucker, I don't get it. That shit coming back to bite. That shit coming back to bite him. That shit coming back to bite Will Levis. That straight muscle shit don't work. That straight muscle shit does not work for quarterbacks.
Yeah. I mean, Bryce Young did say that, quarterbacks don't lift.
That's just him.
I'm not gonna say quarterbacks don't. No,
that was him telling on himself whether he wants to admit that shit or not.
Forget that
shit. I'm not going to agree with what he is doing, because if you actually look at Cam didn't lift like no crazy weights and all that kind of stuff, but he did a lot of mobility drills. He did a lot of stuff that would increase his endurance and increase his body strength, but it didn't. Obviously, it's not packing on the muscle the way that some of these other dudes do.
Because Cam was a natural physical specimen. Like, the motherfucker was just built. That's DNA.
I don't know. Listen, but I don't know what these dudes is out here doing. Like, because if you actually look at old boy up there in Philadelphia, dude got huge ass legs, but that motherfucker don't. That his Jalen Hurts, his upper body don't look like his upper body and his legs don't match.
But Jalen Hurts can outlift that whole team, though.
Yes,
you damn right.
Nobody can outlift him
with his legs. His legs. That motherfucker. I'm just telling you, man. The motherfucker's like, it's just not the. I don't know what it is. I actually think that the plyometrics and stuff like that is probably better for quarterbacks. I'm just saying, you got to be flexible.
That's true. You got to be.
Shit, that motherfucker can bench me.
He can't bench you. He can squat you.
I'm almost 4.
Shit.
He can bench me.
He can squat you. He can't bench you.
Nah, he can bench me. You put me in some weights. He throwing me up.
I ain't
I
never
don't
heard about
know.
them. I ain't never none of them ever told me about him bench pressing that much. I seen him.
Oh,
I,
yeah, that was, can't nobody on the team out lifting.
yeah, they said squatting. They said squatting because they said he
Lifting
squats like
too.
they
On the
said
bench
squatting like
too.
700 pounds.
Man, you remember when he was at Edge, you remember when he was at the combine? He did more 225s than anyone
That bro was killing
at
them niggas at the
quarterback.
combine. Bro was killing them niggas at the combine. But
Well,
you still gotta
he
be
a gym rat though, but for some reason he ain't put it on the way that everybody that Will Levis and them put it on.
no, he
No.
didn't.
Yeah, because Will Levis is built like a goddamn brick shit house, but that motherfucker gotta come to a complete stop to throw the ball if he's running away from somebody.
But yeah, because he ain't built
Man,
like
I'm
that.
just saying, man. I got it. We in the world of hurt, man. But hey, it is what it is at this point.
No. It's Claire, man.
And
You say
let
something. Say
say
something,
something.
please.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot left I've got to say. The only thing I can really say, and I can't even call it a bold prediction. I think, and I think this is obvious. I think there's going to be a whole brand new set of quarterbacks in here this year. Andy Dalton and
Yeah.
Bryce are not
Yeah.
going to be here.
They're not.
And and
It
if
don't
I'm
make
being
sense to bring them back.
and if I'm being honest, I don't. It's so hard to say I don't want to draft a quarterback, and it's not because I feel like our franchise or our futures in this draft class or anything, but it's also one of those things where we need to.
You just don't have to draft a quarterback in the first round. You could get one.
No, right. I mean,
That's it. Yeah.
I've seen multiple different, you know, mock drafts. There we go, where people
Man,
have us taking an edge rusher, some of us having us taking a corner. Not sure why. Some of us have us taking a quarterback. So I've seen different ones. It seems like they're kind of just all over the board, and I think it's because no one knows what's going to happen with Bryce. Just reading the tea leaves, shall we say, reading the tea leaves, and just talking to some of the people who I know. I don't. Bryce will not be back in this building. And if he is, I think that would be shocking. And if they do it, it's just because it has to be because of something dealing with his guaranteed money, or they don't get anything for him that they want. I don't know. And cutting him would just cost too much. However you want to look at it. So, but you need to draft somebody at the quarterback position. You also need to get someone in here who's going to be not just a veteran presence. At this point, we need a true bridge.
go get Sam Darnold.
Well,
No.
Sam
Darnold
is not. Sam Darnold is not going to come back here.
Yeah, you're right. They treated him too bad.
If I'm honest with you, I can't. It's not even a bias. Just I said earlier that one of the biggest issues we have is an identity and culture issue, and that another big problem we have been
That's the
having for
biggest issue.
years. And the other
Coach.
problem that we've been having is the fact that for whatever reason, the franchise, the organization itself, and the fan base, for whatever reason, belief coming from the fan base and stability and an identity, and also giving a process for the fans to believe in, and also having a team that feels like they've got something to fight for some odd reason, this shit is constantly being treated as if it's mutually exclusive.
Mhm.
And that's what blows my mind. And everybody can say, well, winning will cure all. It does, but there's also not going to be a time, like, let's be honest, y'all. Unless we're somehow going to become the Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't think we're going to have a winning season every single year. Obviously, even when we start getting shit, even when we start getting shit on track, I don't think we'll be one of those teams where just for a decade or for 20 years we will be one of those teams that has that long of, I don't think it's going to happen. Even some of the greatest dynasties don't always have winning seasons, so it is what it is. But even when it does happen, because the fans believe in something, they stay. They also don't turn into jackasses towards each other. And like I said
I
earlier,
can
it doesn't.
I can honestly name some teams that's not gonna lose. That's not gonna have losing seasons for a minute though, bro.
Well, sure. The Chiefs are going to be one of those. Baltimore is probably going to be another one.
Yeah.
Baltimore, I could see now that they've started to find their groove. The Lions, I think, is going to be one of those teams. But
I wouldn't say the 49ers because they look like they can be exposed.
Yeah, and I think given the fact of what they have found with their friend, and I'm not talking about the 49ers, but the Bills, I think could potentially be another team.
Yeah.
They'll have a winning season. It may not be one of those like 11.
That's because of the division that they play in.
Right. Well, that too. But I think what I'm trying to get at though is I think what people need to look at though is not only that moving forward, there needs to not only be a balance of youthful talent and veteran presence, but there also needs to be picks and or free agents that are brought in that are not only for the talent that they bring and the production they could bring based off of their potential or whatever, but a culture signing, a culture pick. That's going to have to be a quarterback, whether anyone likes it or not. A Sam Darnold is not going to be one of those guys. Keeping an Andy Dalton is not going to be that type of person. It's not. Jameis Winston is my pick just because we've seen who he was even when he was in Tampa Bay, even when he went to the Saints, especially with now, how he talks when he's with the Browns. He's a very unique guy, but at the same time, he backs up his dudes. You need something like that in a locker room when you have this amount of dysfunction.
I was just about to say, you need that type of motherfucker on your team, bro.
When you have this much dysfunction, which is honestly right now probably the medicine the Browns needed with everything going down with what happened with Deshaun Watson and then what they gave up to go, all this other stuff. Having a guy like Jameis in the locker room can save your locker room. I won't go as far as saying he could save your season. He could very easily, but he will save your locker room. And we need someone like that in this not in this fan base, in this franchise. We need someone like that on this team, is someone who can save the locker room.
I was so glad for that, so happy for that dude Sunday, bro. I was so happy for him Sunday.
He got AFC Offensive Player of the Week too.
Yeah, so. But he almost threw an interception to play before.
Yeah, but you know what? But you know what? But you know what? I think for me, to me that wouldn't have mattered because, to be honest with you, what he did in just that amount of time, and this is the other thing too. Obviously, we're going to ride this thing out with Dave Canales. I like him. I do. He's a rookie head coach. We're just going to see how this goes.
Let me ask you, but since you said that, Claire, let me ask you this stuff. This is a hard question, though.
Okay.
I like Canales too, man.
I do. Mm-hmm.
I like Canales.
But is he a culture changer?
That is what I was about to get to. Because
and while we're standing there, let's just I'm gonna let you go back to your point because I don't want to kill it. Is Dan Morgan a culture changer?
Yeah.
I know, like that you have to get a culture changing coach in your building to start changing the culture. Like clients, man, like bro, listen, what I would not give to have a coach like
Dan Campbell.
Yes, bro. Because he believes in his guys believe in him. He came in there talking that shit on day one, whether people wanted to believe him or not. And you can tell, even if the owner wanted to do such and such with him, he don't come out as the type of coach that you're going to just bully. He'll be like, fuck this shit, Dan. I already made a name for myself. I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, he was in this league. He played.
David Tepper wants to keep going out and get coaches that he can bully.
Right. Which, that's going to be why I'm saying we also can't keep having a revolving door at the coaching position, which is why I want to just ride this out and rock with Coach. Maybe right now because he's trying to just find his own, bearings. He's trying to find his own, his his own footing, whatever, as a coach. That maybe that's why we're not seeing him blossom into that yet. So
Well, yeah, I still give him
again,
grace because it's his
that's
first
what I'm
year.
saying.
Yeah.
Give him some grace, but you need that. And as much as people want to say we need to also get a QB in here because a QB, it's the most important position in football. Got you. I get that. But we also can't just keep throwing QBs in here and then expecting us to have a winning season or expecting us to be competitive or expecting us to go to the playoffs or expecting us to win out our division, any of that shit. And we don't have anything built. I've said this many times. For whatever reason, we seem to think that if we put up windows on this house, that magically they're going to stay there even though there's no walls. Like the fuck.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. You need to start somewhere. And I will go back to Steve Wilkes briefly because he did something that no coach has done, it feels like, in Carolina. I can't. Well, yeah, I'll say Ron Rivera. But either way,
I gotta say something real quick,
go for it.
and then you don't beat my ass when I say this though, Claire.
What?
Edge, we just beat your ass. All right, go ahead, Claire.
I'm so confused.
Knicks.
Is this a basketball? Okay. Okay.
we
Oh no,
just-
I'm not gonna
we
beat your
just
ass.
beat
That's
this-
fine.
We just beat the shit out of the Heat on their own court.
Oh, you're not. I'm not gonna beat your ass. But no, in literally 3 weeks, I'm not even 3 months. Within 3 weeks, Steve Wilkes had established a culture.
Our old
3
coach.
weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. In 3 fucking weeks.
Well, hold up. He was establishing that culture even when he was at defensive coordinator.
Well, true, but what I'm saying is once he became head coach, that's why I said head coach.
I got you.
When he became head, 3 weeks. That's all it took.
That's all he needed.
Right. And I get where there's a lot of pieces that we don't have right now. I get our quarterback situation is abysmal. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's terrible,
abysmal. It's abysmal. But you need to have a guy who literally you have to find a guy who can be the driving force of this team, not just the offense, not just the defense of this team. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes your head coach is your culture guy. He's not always the guy calling plays. He's not always the guy making adjustments, but he's there to be the culture presence and to push and ask for everything out of his guys. And it's going to be somebody who the guys are going to want to run through a wall, not only for, but he's going to be the guy that's going to be at the front of that line. He's going to be with his guys. That's the kind of guy that you want. Who knows what we've got in Canales right now? I want to, obviously we're going to give him another year or two. I hope all of a sudden something clicks and we start to see that culture blossom from him and it starts, being projected onto these guys and the future guys that will be on this team, because obviously there are going to be some guys who are not going to be here next year.
A lot of them.
A lot of them are not going to be here.
A shit ton of next year.
And Sea-Dog, I would love for us to trade for Joe Milton, but here's the thing. We can trade for anybody right now and it won't mean a damn thing.
It don't mean shit this for the rest of the year, man.
Like
Fuck
right now,
shit.
right now, we don't need to be buyers in the trade market right now for any reason. Unless for someone, well, what I'm saying is we don't need to be giving away picks to go get anybody right now.
Nothing.
For
Nothing.
what?
We ain't giving up another thing. You can give up people, but picks is not something we can afford to give up. Bro.
No, if we're gonna be sellers. If we're gonna be anything in this market right now, we're gonna be sellers. We're not gonna be buyers. At the end of the season, you could make the argument you go get a Malik Willis, a Joe Melton, in my opinion, you spend your time in free agency. If it's on a quarterback, you go get your bridge guy who's also going to be your veteran presence and someone who you can trust to put behind the kind of offense you're wanting to run. If Jameis doesn't fit the scheme Canales is wanting, so be it. Then it's going to be somebody else. I swear to God, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
The scheme that Canales runs is the same scheme that we ran at Florida State when Jameis was there.
Well, then there you have it. So, but you know, we'll just have to see. It could be a Justin Fields. Also, it could be a Russell Wilson. Who knows? But
No.
I don't see outside of Deontay if they're sticking true to their word about not wanting to put Horn on the market.
There's so many plenty of guys to choose from, though. That's the one thing we do get on our side.
Yeah, we will have we at the end of the season. Yeah, there will be a market for us to go get somebody.
But if I'm a quarterback, Claire, you know one of the things I'm saying? I am not coming there to train Bryce Young.
Well, and that's kind of that's why I said earlier.
I think they say if he gonna be on the team, I don't want to come there because I don't want to be a part of that circus.
Well, and here's the thing. There's two things to that because I think with everything that has gone on with this organization, especially on the offense, you've gotten rid of the quarterback. You've gotten rid of the coach who was here when Bryce Young was initially drafted. You gutted the entire offensive staff and brought in someone brand new. To be honest with you, Bryce Young, for all intents and purposes, the nicest thing I could say right now, he himself also needs a fresh start on another franchise. Because I don't that and I'm this is just me being honest. I would not. There are some people also who are wanting to call for Canales' head already, and I'm like, stop. We cannot just keep recycling through head coaches because if you want to sit here and get on Bryce Young, you also have to sit here and get on the organization, and constantly having a revolving door at head coach is not going to help him either. So
No,
if we're gonna develop a quarterback, we need to have a coach who's going to get his guy, who's going to develop his guy, and let that be a guy of his choice. That is not Bryce Young right now because he did not pick him. Bryce Young will not be here next year. I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, oh, put money on it. No, he will not be here next year. There's still ways that he could be, but I just do not see it happening. I don't. Right now, I think the only reason why he is starting is because if there is anything to Andy Dalton's injury, that's why he's starting. So he will not be here next year, and I don't think Andy will either. I think there's going to be a whole different set of QBs that are going to be here, at least two brand new ones. And I think one will be a free agent, and the other one will probably be in the draft. I don't think this is going to be a Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield situation where we have two, free agent quarterbacks on our team. I don't think that's what's going to happen at all. But I do see Canales going and getting his guy sooner rather than later, because that's what he's going to need to do. So, is it this draft? Who knows? It might be, but we're just. I know Twan said he came in here. You didn't yell, by the way. I'm proud of you. You didn't yell. Yeah. But
I was right there, though. Boy. I was right there.
I know. But at this point, if you're mad still at this team for doing, I can't blame you. I'm past the point of being mad. I'm past the point of yelling. I'm past the point of it being funny. I'm comfortably numb, shall we say?
I agree with that. That's a great combo right there, man.
Comfortably numb.
I'm not. Look, I didn't want to see the wins. I just want to see improvement. But that's just the dumb shit, man. The constant continuance of doing like we can't get out of the shadow of the dumb shit that GMs have done. We can't get out of the shadow of dumb shit that coaches have done. We shitted on coaches that we should have kept. Shit on quarterbacks that we should have kept. And I can honestly say all this shit happened on one man's watch. And when I'm trying, I got to come up for something else for him because I don't even want to say his name no more, man. Until we get that get all this shit fixed, man. Cue the music, cue the music.
I dysfunction now. Dysfunction
We
now.
gotta get that shit fixed, or it's gonna be bad, bro.
Bro, look, it's nothing but
It's gonna be fucking terrible, bro.
it is. And
Just like that.
and let me say something with the whole thing with the Jonathan Brooks thing. I don't believe that Jonathan Brooks is going to be playing. And right now we had up to get him going within the freaking 21 days span. If he hasn't been out there for every day 8 weeks, he don't need to be out there, man. Just let the kids sit out.
Yeah, man.
Let him come back 100% healthy, and then we'll be fine. Let Cuba run this thing out the water because Cuba's doing his thing. Just let him go. Just let our guy do his thing, and just let it go.
Look, man. I want to thank Petey Cook for coming through today, man. Shout out to the crew, Claire, Edge, Black Ass Nick. Especially and last but not least, everybody that was in the chat tonight, man, because we ain't shit without y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat tonight. Don34, my man C Dog, Antonio, McElmahan, uh Elizabeth Lassiter, Brandon Holt, Kitty Kitty was in here. Shout out to her. Morgan Captain Mo, Brad Holt. Um, a lot of people, man. I mean, I'm just trying to go off the cusp. King Rook, I think King Rock, Arbico, Navash. Man, look, all I can tell y'all to do is hang in there, man. We weren't gonna do a draft tonight, man, but it's over this team. We'll just do it on the next one, bro. So that's my spill. I'm gonna send it over to Claire. Hey, look, but the Carolina Panthers, man, team is dysfunctional, man. It's
I,
dysfunctional, man.
I'm just gonna say second to everything Twan said. um,
Mhm.
Shout out to everyone who joined us tonight, both in the chat and on the live. I feel like for some of y'all, this might have been a needed show. For me, this wasn't really needed because like I said earlier, I'm comfortably numb. My tagline now is no longer going to be embrace the suck. It's just going to be comfortably numb because that's just where I'm at with it all. Nothing about this team gets me excited, nor does it raise my blood pressure at this point. So,
Mm-mm.
anyway, shout out to y'all. Stay good, stay healthy. Unlike myself, I can't get away from being sick constantly. Sucks. But anyway, everybody take care of yourselves.
Shit. Edge.
Dysfunction now.
Oh my
Got the
god.
feeling that I'm here for you
I,
guys. This is therapy for me. I love this thing. I can't stand the Carolina Panthers no more. I can't stand them no more.
Man,
so
bring
They
your
bla-
ass on, man.
let's go.
so black yet so offbeat.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
You're embarrassing all of us.
Dysfunction now.
Oh my god. I don't claim I don't claim any of that in the top right corner.
Man, 704 Sharp Bound Show, man. We'll see y'all next time, bro.